Hello and welcome to the finale of the Omni Biter Battle tournaments. The grand prize is $500 to the winning team. This tournament started on April 18th. It is now May 16th, Sunday. The action will get underway here in just a few minutes. And let's look at the bracket. Here's what got us here, got us to this point. We had 8 teams squared off with a bracket. We did two rounds of it on April 18th, and we've come down to two of the best teams having most of the best players on planet Earth. SteelAxe biters consisting of Nefrums, Ximoltus, BumbleBeeRider, Xorian, and Wargerr. All of them are pretty accomplished speedrunners. I don't think there's anybody on that team that is not in contention for a world record at any time. They will go up against SteelAxe Bananas, led by AntiElitz. Needs no introduction, the greatest player of all time. Phoenix, Awesome Patrol, Streamobert, and Lumis. We've had a lot of discussion about this over the last week, and every time you think, well, maybe it's time to bet against AntiElitz, it is probably one of the worst things you can do with your money. The stuff I've seen him do over the last 4 years is pretty amazing. But at the moment, if you look at world records, Ximoltus, Wargerr, Nefrums, BumbleBeeRider, they are in higher ranks than most of the other team in terms of speed running. It's all about putting it together, getting a really fast strategy and putting it together with a team strategy. So whoever can do that the best will take it home today. So we're all excited to see this shake out today. So let's bring in my co-streamer Shredguy.
Hello.
Hey Shredguy, what are you doing?
Well, I was gonna cut my toenails. And then
I'll wake you up. Hey, hit go on your squad stream. It'll be in your creator dashboard. It'll say someone has invited you to stream. Let me pull up your chat too.
All right, got it.
Good. Okay. All right. Okay, let's get a first look at the map. Here we go. I don't know if Shredguy's folks can hear me or not. I don't know if he's got that one going. Let's bump that. And I'm going to get the drum beats, the war drums going. Let's do that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. Looks like that's not a bad start. It looks like they've got an even... they have a little bit low on copper, but they've got 2 iron patches, which looks good. A decent coal patch. Oh, and are we off? Oh my goodness, we're already going. Go. Nefrums is everybody's already off. A little bit of a stutter step with Anti says ready. Oh, they said ready. They're going. Okay. There we go. Nefrums and his team are off and running. Looks like they've got some coal patch. Oh, let me hit Alt. Make sure you hit Alt. Ooh, not a ton of guns. I remember there being way more guns last time. 5 guns apiece. Looks like Nefrums has already pulled up 2 of them. Okay. What's up, Sasquatch? Yeah, we're just in time. Oh, look at that. They've each got oil on the side. That's going to be great. Look at there. Yeah, JD just pointed out oil and oil. That is great. That's enough to run a turret or 2. They could bring that both in, and they could get some turrets out front. That's great. This is good. This may be a long match. I don't know. That iron patch is 111K plus 79K plus 612. That's a good amount. Copper Patch is rich enough, but it's small. You're not going to be able to get a ton of miners on it. It's going to be an issue. Big mixed ore patch out the front. Patrol's chopping some trees.
Did you tell everybody how this works?
I haven't yet. So let me do that while these teams are setting up their burner miners. So can your side hear me now?
I know how it works. I mean, I remember I gotta. I never forget anything.
You have an armband like they do in the NFL.
People, for other people that don't know.
Okay.
Not me.
Not Shredguy.
Other people.
Okay. Can your side hear me now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, they can. I think they can kind of hear you. Sounds like you're in a dumpster.
An empty dumpster.
Yeah, but hey.
I hear you through your mic. Oh, okay. And I'm okay.
I don't think it's impossible that they're hearing you through my. It's something. It's probably a Discord thing because I've heard it. You sounded a little echoey, but I don't know what.
All right. So here's how it works. So each team is given one side. They're separated by this river that goes in between them. The river cannot be built across or shot across. There's no nukes and there's no artillery. So you cannot. It's too far for rockets. So you can't really shoot. There's no direct contact with the other team. So that leaves a different way of PvP. It's kind of a PvPvE. So what you're supposed to do is each team is supposed to gather up and just quickly research some science. And with that science, you can proceed up your own tech tree like you do in normal Factorio. Or
I had it muted. I was testing stuff. How's it going, Power Dimex?
Or what we can do is the teams can put it into this little menu up here in the upper left, and what it does is it adds to the other team's biter evolution and biter threat. And biter evolution is in vanilla, so it goes to how powerful the biters are and whether you have spitters and biters and medium and large and behemoth biters, right? And then threat is the frequency and the size of the attacks. So the attacks will get more and more numerous as the threat goes up. But then as evolution only goes up, see, there's evolution will steadily and slowly go up, and it's an exponential scale. So it takes 10 times as long to get from 10 to 20 as it does to get from 0 to 10. Right? It goes up on an exponential scale, so it's a order of magnitude steep curve. And the amount of science that you have to throw in will also increase to get it to the next level. So, let's see, is there a BB points command? There we go. So the value of the science packs that you throw in also increase exponentially. And let me throw that in Shredguy's chat just to show everybody. So if I throw in one red, or I throw in one green, it's worth 3 red, right? So that means it's better to throw in more advanced science into this menu, and any player can do it, and it's instantly consumed. So there's no lab to throw it in. If you see them put into a lab, then that means they're doing it in their own tech tree, and we can see their tech trees by clicking on this white little potion up here. You can see what Team North is doing on their tech tree, and then Team South is doing on their tech tree. All right, you can see their order of science. And the way you win is to destroy the other team's silo, and you do that through just overwhelming them with more and more powerful biters. So it's kind of a speed run to get up the science, but your decision point is, do I go for a quick hit and sacrifice my own tech tree to try and throw the evolution and throw the threat at them very quickly? Or do I build up my own ranks and then stretch out the game for a little bit longer of a game and defend and kind of do a slow and steady approach, right? So you'll see different strategies happen here. Like both teams have. Well, look at there. Okay, so the North team has placed a couple of turrets near their silo, and they've got them moderately armed. But then Team South has just ripped up the turrets and put the wall in. So they've moved their turrets. They started out with 5 turrets, and they've moved them towards a 1 apiece with a little pillbox around pillbox strategy. And so Team North. One other thing that you might have just seen is it says you sent a fish to spy on the South team. So normally it's just like in Factorio, your team can only see what each of your team members can expose on the map. But you can go to this. You can go to any body of water, and if you grab one of these fish, you can either heal yourself with it, like you do in vanilla Factorio, or you consume a fish up in this little upper left menu, and you can see for 30 seconds what the other team sees. So you can turn the other team into your own radar for 30 seconds for the cost of a fish. All right.
Okay. Are you seeing the strategies here?
Mm-hmm. So Itstrom, I'm commenting with Shredguy, who is streamcasting with me. That's right.
I find it now. Last time it was very modular. Mm-hmm. No buses won the day, right?
Right.
Now, and that was, if I remember correctly, both Nefrums' team and Anti's team had that same strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So now it seems a little. I'm just wondering what changed for Nefrums, that they're kind of putting out. I mean, it's not quite a bus, but they've moved their build beyond the walls.
Right. They've got a bus.
Last time everything was very modular, kept within the walls, and at some point, once they got the initial ball rolling, somebody went outside the immediate base, usually to one of those mixed fields, and started doing stuff on their own, usually to pump science to the other team.
Right.
So I'm just curious about what has changed, or maybe I'm just not remembering right how Nefrums ran it last time.
I think you're correct, because Nefrums last time everything was hand fed. So they had this little science module right here, this little science build right here. I just pinged it for you. Same ping right here that Anti's team had. This looks like a green science build, right? But it's all hand fed. But what we're seeing this time is Nefrums and his gang already have a lineup, and that is 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. That is a steady line of iron. That's a 24. That's a double-sided 24 build, standard iron build. So they may think they're bad enough to go for both, right?
The problem that they run into is being able to defend it.
Yes.
Because when the opposing team starts shooting science over, you've got to be able to defend any of your building. And so by moving out this line here,
you're exposed. Yeah.
Greatly exposed. And if your build, your entire theory, your strategy on this is based on these lines pushing to the north here beyond the walls, oofa.
Yeah.
Every time that was tried last time,
it was a losing effort.
Ended in disaster.
Yeah. So here's the good news. So look right up here to that same point. It looks like Nefrums has moved. He's bringing. Nefrums is doing the build, and he's bringing the turrets with him. Right. He's got 4 turrets out there. So to your point, you're right. Every time they extended, they got exposed and beat down pretty good.
It has to be turrets and walls.
Yeah.
It has even the pillboxes got crushed.
They did.
Last time.
They did.
It has to be, and the walls give you multiple layers of walls, give the players, there's a few turrets, try to keep the bugs busy, but the walls and the turrets are there to give the players time to move into position, throw the grenades, take care of the bugs.
Right.
If it's not, I mean, hey, I've never played the scenario. I don't know. I'm just a schmo. I'm just saying how it worked out every time last time. So I find it. I figured going into this, it would be a mirror image in every way.
Right. Yeah, this is new.
Anti is doing the exact same thing.
Yep, all hand fed.
He's putting down those green science. Excuse me, and exact same build. It looks like hand fed. And if I remember right, he had about 4 or 5 of these green science.
Yes. Yeah, there was 5 of them by the end. That's right.
Yeah, he did not. And it was he didn't care about sending much military science over. He was sending over
tons of green.
Tons of green.
Yep, green all day.
And the bugs came fast, and it was over fast because the other team could not defend once Anti gets this built.
It's on.
And the green science is flowing. It's over, Johnny.
Yeah.
If you're the other team, if you don't have your walls defenses, or you're not putting equal pressure on the other team.
Right. So click on. No one has sent in anything yet. We got a little attack over here on the east side. That's in the trees. Xorian may or may not see that, but click on the fish, right up in the upper left, and then you can click on Mutagen Log tab. And that mutagen log will keep track of who's throwing what, right? So it shows you a team sent by north, sent by south. And then there's this one thing called passive feed, which that's just a mechanism of the scenario that just steadily ups the log. It gets things going early game, but that really it doesn't really do much in late game. It's a very, very slow build, but it'll get you to about 10% before it really slows down. And it just moves the action along. So, here we go. Nefrums team also, speaking of which, east side, they've broken through. They haven't triggered it yet. And Xorian is on his heels from all these spitters. I hear a pistol. Pop, 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 pop. You can tell the ones that have not done a pistol. So, or have not got a machine gun yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if...
Oh, there's a throw. There's a throw. Let me look at the mutagen log. Yep, I missed it. Phoenix from south to north has just thrown, just like you said, 174 to the north. So go back and look at the team evolution now. They're up over 10% versus around 3.8. Yep. So it's starting. It's starting already, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if there's enough people, but I think a strategy has to be, getting those walls in place. Very, very, very. You need to have a very compact build to keep it within those walls, and the turrets. Now, looking at the difference between the two, right? They got in the north, they got a semi pillbox turrets in there, but it's not within the main walls. You go to the south, they've got pillboxes behind the walls that are there.
Mm-hmm.
And
one key,
and they're using the trees as a defense. And essentially, they've taken advantage of this iron patch, and it's undefended. It's not part of their main production. They can pull from this. I'm sure if the bugs came in and ate this up, they'd be like, okay, whatever. Maybe we'll go out there and get it. Maybe we won't. But eesh.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I'll put a timer on the next one. Good call, Michelle. So, one thing to look at is south. Anti already has grenades. So if you grenades are a really big help in defense. They're not much for help in offense, but they deal with little biters and medium biters pretty quick, and they're pretty cheap because you tend to have a lot of coal. So South just lost their front here, which is going to take them a minute to put it back. They lost their radar and a couple guns.
Yeah, and I think, and like I was saying, right, these walls, these turrets. Yeah, they're part of your defense. You're not relying on them to take care of the entire bug brigade. They buy you enough time so you can get in place and your players can start throwing those grenades. And that's exactly what you saw happen in the South.
Yep, Phoenix just threw another 149 up there, up to 15%, and look down here.
Holy moly.
Yep, and look down here at how they're doing their grenades. South is feeding coal straight into a grenade maker and then hand feeding iron. That's how important grenades are to this strategy, right? They want everybody to have some grenades to help defend.
Yep.
Right? Now, meanwhile, Nefrums has a breach, and they're going to deal with it. Okay, let me check to see if they've got military in the north. It's military 2, and they do. So they have the technology. Let me see if they've got their... They don't have grenade... Oh, yes, they do. So they do have a grenade maker. It's on a line. Looks like it's hand-fed iron. But it doesn't seem to be produced... Oh, it is producing slowly. They got a couple.
We're going to have to see how this is going to pan out. Essentially... If I may, it looks like Nefrums' strategy is to really start pumping out the military science.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a whole line there and start. So, I mean, if you had to compare it, Anti is keeping... we're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green science builds, and Anti is going to be firing over the green science. Nefrum is taking the strategy, okay, we are going to take advantage of the multiplier for military science and throw that over. But as you can see, SteelAxe biters, that's Nefrums, right?
Mm-hmm. North, yep.
They have the threat higher and evolution higher than well, it's kind of
oh, look, they just threw
kind of swapped a little bit, but yeah.
So now they've brought it even. Look at that, or almost even, 16 to 14.
Yeah.
So keep in mind with this military is, so let's put it in terms of green versus military, right? Because that's what we're going to see both sides throw. One military is worth 5 greens. So if you see 30 military being thrown and 150 green being thrown, that's about even. Okay, so keep that in mind. So there goes Phoenix throwing 264 green north. And now to keep that even, they're just going to need 50 military. And we got bigger and bigger swarms coming in.
Yeah, and if they can keep it, you know, draw the bugs away from the heart of their builds, right? So they're not dropping grenades on their own equipment. You know, maybe, but they are going to have to start quick, getting that military science and pushing it over onto Anti, because, right, he's got he has 4 green science, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna have 6.
Yep.
Right. He's got 6 in mind.
Yeah, he's going to accelerate, right?
And it's going to be... So it's really going to be... I imagine both Anti and Nefrums are smart dudes. That they did the math and practiced, how much materials are needed to build the military science. How soon can we get it up? Understanding that Anti is going to be doing the green science, and that like you mentioned, that 5-to-1 ratio. Can we get it up fast enough to
survive the early onslaught, right?
Yeah, survive the early onslaught, because he's going to be pushing it hard at the beginning with the green science. Can we get enough of the military going that we can get it going? And so now we see again they are trying to extend the walls and get them up around Nefrums base. I haven't looked to see how
they squared the wall off. That's good. And this is
here comes a big to the south. Big. We got some of the mediums.
Yeah, mediums just popped in on south, and look at that. They're going to make pretty short work of this wall.
Yeah.
And then, all right, Bert's over there. Now watch Bert do this. He's gonna deal with these guys pretty quickly. He's gonna grenade his own feet. Hopefully he's got a fish. Yep, he does. I just saw him heal himself. So you go back and forth to shake the spitters off. You gather up around you. Grenade your own feet. This is why they researched heavy armor. Oh, he's out of grenades. He's going to go down. He's going to call... Oh, nope. Awesome Patrol is there to save him and grenade him.
Wow.
Well done. Yeah, he called for it. He had... so Bert had to call for it because he was out of grenades. Look, he's going to go over and... snag grenades real quick. Yep, look at he just bogarted all the grenades and then fed them all again.
Yep, they lost some walls, but that's it.
Yep,
that's impressive.
Get down with a little help from his friends. That's right. He was out of grenades. He had fish, so he was going to survive that. But he's like, "Come grenade me." Well done, team. Go team. So that's kind of what you want to do. Is what Bert was his aim was to stop them at the wall, throw grenades over the wall, and take care of the threat, wipe it all out. So we saw that both teams now will have mediums. I think 21 is where the 20 or 21. I can't remember where it is, but that's where the mediums start at 17.5 apparently. So and it gives you a note in chat. It says, hey, a medium biter was spotted far away on team blah, blah, blah. And it'll tell you it's coming. Yep.
And Nefrums group in the north, they just had quite a big horde of bugs come in. And they're just not as effective in using the grenades, mainly because the wall isn't there.
Yep.
Right. The first in the south, the wall was there.
Yep.
Yeah, they're eating through it. The wall's sacrificial, and you're grenading your own wall. You're killing bugs, and before the bugs could break through, maybe half the horde is dead already.
Yeah, walls.
If they do not have the walls out here, and so now Xorian is out there putting up some walls. Again, that's a lot of they don't want to extend too far. Maybe they're just kind of pushing it to the trees and hope they can get. So here's what we're talking about. See, they're held up by the wall. You're throwing grenades. That is the deal. Now down in the south, exact same thing. Grenades.
Oh, Bert's out again. He's out of grenades again, or he's lagging? I think he's lagging. I think he lagged. Oh, that's a bummer. He was doing good. I think he lagged out. Yeah, it looked like he lagged because when you start slowing down, he took a ton of beatings before he went down. But yeah, so the wall's cheap, right? Wall is just stone, and you're not really using too much stone for anything else. And the wall gives you the number one thing it gives you is time, right? It gives you time to go react to it and throw your grenades. Yep. And it's way better. So in terms of usage of iron, at least at this point, the best use of your iron to kill biters is a grenade, right? Five iron per grenade, and you can kill like 30 or 40 biters with one of those. Now, contrast that with some ammo. Ammo is kind of expensive, right? Especially expensive if you're shooting it. If it's a turret shooting it, it's way more efficient, like per damage. But it still will burn through the iron,
Big mistake on the north. They were extremely slow to react to the bugs coming in.
Oh, yeah.
They got down. Looks like the bugs were able to get rid of a couple of turrets. And that can't be cheap.
Yep.
And so they were very slow on the pickup. And I don't know if that was you that marked it on the map, or somebody in Nefrums' team that, I saw that it was marked on the mini map, and I don't know if they had to scramble to get grenades, get bullets, and by the time they got there, the bugs were already through. So.
Oh, look at south. They look like little chaos. Two members down. Oh, 2 members down on south. That's no good. That's the other thing is once a member is down, they're not building.
Yeah.
Oh, Anti's out wandering. Oh, he set up an iron farm out there. Huh? What is he doing?
Who?
Anti, he went way east. He's way out here. I pinged it on the broader map. He set up a big iron farm out there. He's got coal out there too. What's he doing? What's he got on his mind?
We saw this last time where somebody would break off and
make their own base.
make their own base to really so they're not the focus of the bugs attacking.
Mm-hmm. Can I get a free pass to go build?
To really push science, maybe get that military science going. So that's what I think I see with anti-strategy is we're going to hammer them early with a plethora of the green science, and if they're still around, we're going to move over, start a kind of a mini base off to the side, and then we'll start working on the military science. With Nefrums, clearly they didn't focus on the green science. They went right to we're gonna hammer them with the military science, get that 5-to-1
get that advantage, right?
Benefit, and that'll be that.
Okay, this is
now, and it might pay out.
Yeah.
I mean, now we're seeing the walls get into place. We're seeing multiple layers of walls.
That's really good. That's really good to do 2 layers with a gap. That's really, really good. It does delay them some more, but it also, once they break through that first layer, they have a little bit of pathing delay, right? Walls give you time, and so that extra layer in there is nothing but time, right? So look at the evolution now. North is now ahead of south on the evolution. They've thrown more.
Yeah.
So this is good.
It could. And so here, let's see how they react in the north. They were Johnny on spot. They got Bumblebee and Nefrums both there. Grenades, boom. Nefrums even walked away before they were all dead because he's got just taken care of.
He's got more stuff to do.
Yeah.
You can tell who's in charge, right? When when you walk right past the threat and you go, I got other shit to do.
Make sure the situation is in hand and move on. In the south, there's some problems keeping the bugs away.
There you go.
They got in, but I think should be the next step for them is to try to reinforce the southeastern part of the wall.
So did we talk about this last time? So down here in the south, you see how they've got some of it disabled? That's one of the bugs. It's one of the native issues in Factorio. So when you deconstruct the wall, you can walk through it. Bugs cannot. Isn't that something? No, you don't even have to make a gate, right? Otherwise,
who's doing that? Is it Nefrums' team or
south? Then you can see if you zoom out from the mini map, you'll be able to see,
I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's a little.
Yeah.
It's a little slimy.
Yeah. Yeah. And instead of making a gate, which will cost you a green circuit, right? And your wall, you consume some wall. It's just a deconstruct planner. There's no reason to make a gate. And it's a known issue, and it is very, very commonly used in this scenario. But yeah, many players, there's a little bit of a revolt. Many players end up going, hang on, that's not as intended. But yet it is in the game. Look at that, BumbleBeeRider doesn't have any grenades. He just replaced the wall. Oh, he's down. He just rebuilt the wall and didn't even throw any grenades because I don't think he had any.
And in the south, we got another big.
That's so much.
Looks like there's a couple hordes on deck. They're not worried about making the walls look pretty. It even kind of appears that the more herky-jerky the walls are, the more problems the bugs have. Either they have more problems getting through them, or it doesn't matter.
Right.
So worrying about straight lines on your walls is just OCD folly at this point. So
now look at what Lumis is doing. So he's built some stone pathways to run a little faster and bait the biters. I don't think he's going to build anything in there. That's just for him to run, right?
Wow.
Just because he's bait. It's like, Lumis, get out there and, do your thing. All right, Anti's back in base, and he's doing his stuff. Pulling grenades. I haven't seen him build much else out there. That's probably full of iron. Out here is probably full of iron. More feeds from north to south. Look at that, 109. That's a lot.
109 military just went over.
40%.
Another 21 just went over to SteelAxe banana hammocks, and yeah.
All right.
So we'll start seeing now. Now, I don't know if we necessarily went this long into a match last time without really seeing the writing on the wall. It may have lasted a little longer. So this seems to be kind of a mid-match point, which we really didn't hit, where, okay.
Yep.
The North has been able to fend off Anti's green science blitz and get their military science build going to the point where they're ahead of SteelAxe banana. And now, last time you said something about that just using green science, you can only get evolution so far. Was there something like that?
It's diminishing return. So you can't. Remember, every bit that you push it higher takes higher to get high. It takes more science to get higher, right?
Okay.
So the distance between 0 to 10 evolution is way easier than the distance between 10 to 20, right? And it goes up. It's orders of magnitude. So you may need to throw something like 1,000 green science to get from 0 to 10. 0 to 10. You're going to need to throw 9,000 science to get from 10 to 20, right? Something like that. Don't take those words, but it is an order of magnitude curve. So the takeaway here, without having, you can go look at the code, but the takeaway here is that green science will be less and less effective the higher the evolution is, right? So. I would, so this green science is only going to take them they're going they're going to really start to flatline around 45% or so, and it's not going to be very effective. But now that green is not going to cut it long term, and I gotta believe Anti's got some other trick up his sleeve. There's no way he's got Plan A and that's it.
Yeah.
Right. Not with his brain. Right. So he's got. I'm trying to figure out what his next phase of evolution is, and look out here. He's cleared a path because that's grenade pathing. So he's been walking out here, getting some stuff. He's also got this weird build out here, which can't figure out what's going on with that. That's iron and coal. I don't know what's going on with that oil. It may be blue science, right? But I'm trying to figure out what the next phase of his attack is, because there's no way he's done, right?
Yeah.
And he and Nefrums have gone round and round with all of this, and they are. He hates. I will tell you. Anti hates losing. He is one of the most fierce, ruthless competitors. He hates losing. Like it's hateful for him to lose. So there's no way he's going to go down with just green science and that's it. So he's got to have a plan A, plan B, plan C, or maybe phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I should rephrase.
One of the problem with pushing towards, and it's give and take. There's no free lunch. Is that with pushing military science, clearly you need walls, it looks like, as part of that?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Walls are used as part of military science. Because the South isn't pushing military science, they got a lot of extra walls to fortify their position.
Correct.
Now, whether those walls will be able to keep the bigger hordes at bay, we'll see.
Yeah. Looks like Wargerr is going to go out and get some extra coal.
Yeah, the threat level for the South is 2 times what it is for the North. They're a little less on the North in evolution, so.
Yeah, so 50%. So one thing to keep in mind: 50% will start seeing the large biters, and that's significant because grenades, not so much. Not so much. It'll be rough. So the commentators as spectators. So let me answer a question in chat. There's a spectators. We can see both teams' map. We don't have infinite radar for the whole thing, but we can see. We're a combination of both teams, so I can see whatever Nefrums team sees and Anti's team sees at the same time, but that's about it. We can't see if they're in fog of war, so are we, right? And
I'm going to backtrack a little on. I don't think I criticize them, but the North keeping the walls a little more orderly, and that could very well be not OCD. We need straight walls. More of we because we're using walls for science. We have less walls. We gotta make sure that they are optimized. We can't be wasting walls just putting them down. However, where in the South, right, they're just dropping walls. Right. Multiple layers of walls.
Got plenty.
If they're crooked, it doesn't matter because they've got these extra walls available to them because they're not pumping them into science. So North, backtrack a little bit, and that the North is a little bit more conservative on how they're placing the walls, simply because they just don't have the number that the South has available to them. So 38 flax. Military science to bananas, another 45, but 559 green science, green juice went to the North.
Yep, almost to 50% for South.
It bumped them up, probably almost doubled their threat level in the North.
So remember, threat level is flex. It goes up and down as you kill biters. It goes down, and then. Then over time it just steadily increases, and the rate at which it increases is proportional to evolution. So evolution is your constant only goes up, and then that evolution measure affects the rate of increase of threat, but the threat can be taken down. South is got some biters in station, in base. Ooh, that's no good.
Yeah, and so
oh, Phoenix has got him. He's got him. He's pulling him outside. No, he's pulled him inside. Phoenix is down. Uh-oh. Front's starting to break. Anti's down. Oh, damn.
uh-oh. Yep, and this is not good for the South.
That's not good.
They're
running.
Unless they can pull a miracle out here. Oh, they're from all angles. This might be GG, boys.
Yep.
This might be GG.
Anti's going over for... he's going to go grab some more green and throw it, looks like. Yep, he threw all the green over. But his team... Oh, Nefrums is down too. Oh, there is a big attack. Look at that.
Oh.
This is going to be close. Looks like North may be in a better spot to hold it. But look at that. Everybody's dying. Xorian's down. Ximoltus is down. Down 2. It may just be a war of attrition here. It's like whoever can just last.
Yeah.
Through this attack. And you just keep moving. If you keep dodging, keep them off that silo longer than the other one.
There is another big horde moving in.
South.
On the south.
Lumis is the only one alive. Lumis has pulled him away.
Yeah, he's pulled them away. So let's see how...
Go Lumis. Fish up. If he's got some fish, he does have some fish. So I see him going from green to red. But he is pulling him far away. Look at that. Good job, Lumis. That might be the move. That might be the move.
And BumbleBeeRider is pulling the horde. Probably not as effective, but...
he's pulling him away. Yep. Oh my goodness.
We got another giant round of...
Southeast, yep.
Medium bugs coming in.
Yeah, at this moment, the edge. It looks like the edge is on the north because this one big horde. Oh, and now they're excited about it. Oh, here we go. Power's down, so this is it. They're not going to make any more science after this. Anti grabbing all that science and throwing it to north was probably the best he could do. Same with Nefrums. There's no power's still on.
Yeah, it's who can defend their
BumbleBeeRider looks like he's making a mistake. He's dragging them towards the undefended silo. Oh my gosh. Look at this. If any of these biters get triggered on this silo, it's going to be over quick because all of them will jump on the silo. Oh, here we go. They're starting one bite. No. They turned on the belt.
They're on the...
They're not on the silo. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Silo.
The silo on the south.
Silo on the south.
It ain't going to be there. It is going.
There it is.
Wow. GG.
Wow. Whoa.
Legend Luke.
Wow.
10 months of service. Thank you, sir.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was good. I wasn't 100% convinced on Nefrums strategy, but it paid off. They got that military science rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, but at the same time,
and
how close was it? Right? It could have easily gone either way. Look at Nefrums' base at the very end. Like, take a screenshot of that. That's if I saw that in any if I was looking at Nefrums' base, if I saw that in any other scenario, I would say GG. It's over, right? This is over. Oh man. Oh man.
I think it just the bugs were able to get through essentially the whole eastern side of Anti's Anti's base, and the next thing in line was the silo, and there was no saving it. There was a little bit more room for the bugs to chew on coming in from the north. A Nefrums team, so yeah, it was a good battle.
That's great.
Yeah, it could have went either way.
All right, that was match number 1 from Team Biters versus Team SteelAxe. That was very much down to the wire. We will be right back with match number 2. In the meantime, you can come by and watch some Factorio at several of these streamers, including mine. All the links are available in the bottom in the description below. Leave a comment if you have a question. Thanks very much for watching this video. We'll see you next time.